Welcome to the Notary Educators with Kimmi Podcast. Hosts Kimmi and Jeff Nunnally, along with Alexis Franklin, share expert insights to help you launch and grow a successful mobile notary business no matter what state you are commissioned in. Learn how to become a top-notch loan signing agent and get answers to common notary questions. Explore our all-inclusive $47 monthly training library, plus live weekly online coaching sessions with courses on general notary work, wedding efficient services, remote online notary, ink fingerprinting, apostille, translation services, and I-9 completion. Notary Educators, LLC is your one-stop shop for notary training. Tune in to the Notary Educators with Kimmi podcast and subscribe to the Notary Educators with Kimmi's YouTube channel also for more tips. Take your notary business to new heights.
How's it going? I just finished a notarization, so I figured I would go live out here. You guys know I allow people to come to my home by appointment only. So I said I'll just do this live right here. I had planned to go live today. We'll let YouTube do what it does. I always got a little story. I'll tell y'all about this one right quick. Yeah, how's it going today out here in these notary streets? Are you working? What's up? What's up? Yeah, I really wanted to tell you about a couple announcements. I've been really trying to make sure everybody knows about the free event on Friday. Friday night, tomorrow, it's going down, 7 p.m. All your questions will be answered. You want to be in the room. If you have any questions about how to start your notary business, is it still a good time to start a notary business? Hey, Miss D, how are you? Mrs. D, is it a good time to start a notary business? How much can you make in this business? What kind of training do you need? So if you have any questions like that, you want to be in the room tomorrow. So again, I'm sitting out here in my garage. I just finished doing a notarization for this guy. And I'm going to tell you a little story about what happened with him. I always got a story. So with him, hey guys, hey Ingrid, what's up, Lisa? Here at work and doing some homework. Okay, Lisa be doing double duty over there. What's up, girl? Ingrid, what's up? What's up? So yeah, I just finished a notarization. I wanted to tell you a little story about him, tell you about Friday night, tell you about the $27 mentorship is back. And so about my client really quick. So he started off, hey, I would like to know, can you notarize a power of attorney for a car? I said, okay, I'm figuring he's buying a car, selling a car, or something. Nope. So he pulls up and empty-handed, he has zero paper. No document in his hand, and I'm sitting here like, okay, what is he getting ready to ask me to do? So I said, well, do you need me to print something? Or, he was like, oh yeah, do you have one? I'm like, no, I'm not just walking around with power of attorneys in my hand, okay? So anyway, what they needed was just a document, a hold harmless agreement. They didn't know anything about what they needed. So what happened was the car was towed. It was impounded for whatever reason. I didn't get into all that. It's a little warm out here. I didn't get into all that, but it was actually impounded. So they needed a hold harmless agreement for the wrecker company. Okay? The company that towed the truck. Nice truck too, brand new, okay? So again, I ain't getting into all of the reasons why. That's not my business. And for you out there in notary world, you already know it's not your business what's going on with these people. So anyway, they didn't have one. And we just had this conversation actually in our group this morning. If you don't know, mentorship includes a group, private group where we can discuss what's going on in our businesses. If you're stuck out on an assignment and you need help, you get real-time assistance, just like the NNA hotline, but it's a chat line. So it's a hotline chat line, okay? So you can talk whatever you want to, and then also if you get stuck. So that question actually came up because one of our notaries, shout out to Elisa, is doing amazing. She actually had a client. Last night she talked about this in the chat. She was going to prepare a document for them, notarize it, da-da-da-da-da-da. So somebody else asked in the chat this morning, well, hey, I thought we couldn't prepare documents for people. And that's going to be mixed, okay? Technically, as notaries, we do not prepare documents. There's a very, 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 very fine line between what's even considered preparing documents, okay? And I cleared that up in the chat this morning. I was like, I agree with the person that is doing the job, and I also agree with the person that asked the question, okay? So it's a fine line. So in my case, my client actually did not have the words that they needed. They didn't even know what they need to remember. They asked me, did I have a power of attorney for a car? And we called the tow truck, and the tow truck company was like, we called the tow truck company, and they were like, no, they just need a hold harmless agreement. So the people were like, well, what's that? Well, of course, I knew what that was because I'm the professional one, and because I do loan signings and stuff. So it's basically a document, for those of you who do not know, just saying that they're not going to hold the tow truck company responsible for any damage while it was being moved, if the tires are off or whatever. Y'all see my glasses all fogged up. That's the only thing I don't like about these glasses. That happened a couple times now, but we got to roll with it because it is what it is, and I got to keep moving. So anyway, so that's what it is, though. They're just not holding the tow truck company responsible for anything with the vehicle. So it had to be notarized. So because the lady had given us the information that was needed, I went to chat. They thought I was the bomb, y'all. They was like, oh, this looks so good. I went to Chat GPT. I put in there, give me a whole harmless agreement. I included their names, the vehicle number, everything that the lady told us that need to be in the document. And I printed that up, and I did charge them. Yep. I did. So they were here 30 minutes. I charged them $50. His initial fee was $25. That's why the scope of work changed, the price changed. So I told him, well, at first he said, well, I just need a copy of her ID. I said, okay, that's going to be $30. And then he needed me to prep the doc. So Jeffrey was like, it really was a $75 job. And he was right. But since they was here at the house, they wasn't planning on spending that much. And again, based on what kind of vehicle it was, I should have said 75, but it's all good. I'm never trying to rob my client. And that's why I'm big on teaching you guys that never nickel and dime. You can feel free to ask any questions you want about this signing I just did. I call everything a signing. So loan signing, general notary. It was actually general notary work. But if you want to ask some questions. So anyway, it should have been 75. I charged him 50. I felt good with that. He wasn't here but 30 minutes. I mean, how many of us, did you make $50 in 30 minutes today? If you're not doing notary work at your job, did you make $50 in 30 minutes? Did you have to drive to the job, get up, get dressed, et cetera, et cetera? So I didn't feel it was bad money, And a lot of times, even when I'm telling people to take lower price jobs, which goes against sometimes what other people may tell them, it's all money, guys. It add up. The pot get bigger and bigger. It's like, you ever start making like a soup? And you start out with just a little bit. You got one little can of corn, and then you add some beans to it, and you add something else to it, then you add the sauce to it or whatever, and meat and whatever, and it just keeps growing and growing and growing, right? That's how your notary money does. So that's why I'm like, I don't leave no money on the table. I'm not leaving nothing on the table. So I want to tell you a little bit. So that's what my little job was this morning. So I hope you got some gems from that. One, I did prepare the document. Two, the scope of work changed from when he first got here. I charged him more for that. And again, I was fine. He gave me $50, and he wasn't here but 30 minutes. And I used Chat GPT to prepare the doc. And so when it comes to preparing docs, I do want to leave a couple warnings for you. I'm never going to prepare somebody's power of attorney for them. I'm not preparing a will for them. I'm not preparing anything like that. I have completed and I have a special immigration license that I pay for from the state of Georgia, so I can do some immigration work. I also have some immigration training, so I will prepare certain documents. But I'm licensed and bonded from the state of Georgia to do so. Now, that's separate from my role as a notary, okay? That's separate from my role as a notary. Matter of fact, doggone it, I let that expire on me, and I had to pay, I think it was an extra $10 to get it renewed. It's called an immigration specialist in Georgia. It's a license that you get like where the people go to get their nursing license. Lisa probably know about that, the licensing board in Macon. So it's a whole situation. So I had let it expire. I have it up here. I'll show y'all my little board right quick. I don't want y'all to see all my info, so I'm going to do it real quick. Okay, y'all ready? So I have my license up there. I got to print the new one when I go back in the house. But I do have my immigration license there. And I have my certificate that I can prepare immigration forms from the NNA. I have my license up there also from the state of Georgia. Yeah, and my notary commission. So when people come here, I mean, they know we real deal, right? So I got all my little credentialing up here on my home office in my garage. So anyway, so that was a tip. So be careful. Again, certain documents I'm never preparing because I'm not getting ready to go to court. Oh, you prepared their power of attorney and you're the notary? Not. I did not. So certain documents I will never prepare. But something small, again, it just depends if I feel it's in my scope. Okay. And again, if you don't want to do it, like I told the person this morning, I know what the question was in the chat last night. When you're doing apostille, sometimes clients need to have their birth certificate, marriage certificate, and all this type of documents ordered, right, from the vital records. So the question was, well, we wouldn't dare do that for them and get all their information, right? Wrong. I do order them for clients. I've did it several times now. And they have to give you all of their information. So it's totally up to you if you feel comfortable enough to do it. I charge a fee for that. Everything I do, just about, I do charge a fee for it, but I'm not trying to nickel and dime my client. You see the difference? Every time they change the scope of work, because I had one person, she said, well, I need an apostille on my marriage certificate. Okay, well, come to find out she didn't have a certified copy. Now you need a certified copy of it. So now I got to order that for you. So you want to go get it? You want your daughter to get it? Or you want me to do it? It don't matter to me. In her case, I did not charge her because she was a friend. But somebody else, yeah, I'm charging you for everything I do. To order that probably would have been maybe $35, $40. Because I try to do things based on the hour, maybe even $50 on top of the fee for the apostille. Because again, I'm sitting there, I'm typing in all the information. I got to get it mailed. I got to get envelopes and all that kind of stuff. And you do not want to forget the cost of shipping on those things too. Okay, whenever you're doing something for your client, you want to make sure you include shipping. Because if not, you're going to eat the shipping cost. Okay, so you want to make sure you always include shipping and whatever. So let's get to mentorship really quick. And then if you guys got some questions, I will definitely answer. Yeah, hit the like button for me, please. Like and subscribe. I see a lot of you watch, but you're not subscribed. I drop gems just about every day. Okay, so let's get into it. So mentorship is, you got two options now. You got the $27 or the $47 plan, okay? $27 or $47 plan. $27 is the startup plan. $47 is the all-inclusive. So you can see which one works best for you and your pockets. And then where are you at in your business? You may not be ready for the all-inclusive yet. So you can think about which one works better. So we brought the startup plan back due to popular request. I mean, it's so funny. As soon as you get rid of something, people are like, no, I wanted it. Because everybody was like, I really want to just go ahead and jump all in. But then a few people was like, well, you know what? Right now, I just can't afford to jump all in. So I would like to have the startup plan back. I said, okay. So I put it back. And I always say that even in your business, you're going to have to make adjustments and changes. Sometimes people say, well, Kimmi, how do I know if my prices are too high? How do I know if they're too high? Well, you're going to know. You're going to know if they're too high because people aren't going to do business with you. If you keep saying the same price over and over and everybody keeps saying too high, then that's going to let you know right there. Oh, man. I'm going to talk to y'all a few more minutes because I need Jeff to give me some things from the store. I do have some grapes. I need some tangerines. I like to get my vitamin C in every day. Let me talk to y'all. So if you got any questions, go ahead and drop them because I'm not going to be here that much longer today. Dang it. I forgot to send him my little grocery list. Unless I go in there and type it from the computer, I could do that. Yeah, I can send him an email and I can keep talking to y'all. Let's do that. Because I want to talk to y'all for a few minutes. Wow. Let's do that. It's always a workaround, isn't it? So let me pack up my bag. We talked about this the other day. Let me show you. Being organized. So I always make sure I have all of my supplies in my bag. And I always put my bag back in the same spot every time. Some of you may not be new and haven't seen my mobile hookup. That's what we do here. That's my bag. And get a little closer for you. All my supplies. I got my fingerprinting thing in the corner. So I keep my car very organized. Okay? Very organized and clean. So let's go. All right. So back to mentorship really quick. So on the mentorship, it does include the all-inclusive plan. It includes if you need help, like I was saying earlier. We talk about everything in there. If you need help with an assignment, if you need help with your business, you're trying to choose what type of business card should I get? Put my selfie stick. If you're at a signing and don't know what to do, you can put a copy of it in the chat. We'll delete it because you need real time. So it's quicker just to do the chat, is what I found. Miss D typed something. I'm going to look at it in just a second. Hold on. Because I got to send Jeff this message. He went to go do his walk. And while he's out, I need a few things from the store. Hold on, because again, we can't be looking sloppy. I gotta move the ironing board. Hold on. All right, let me cut the light on. I'm gonna read your comment in just a second, Miss D. Let's get the camera back. So, anyway, we did successes last night. Guys, the people are doing amazing. That video is coming out soon. So look for it. Look for it so you can see all the successes of everyone in the mentorship program. Hold on, I gotta send Jeff this email really quick, and I'm gonna get that comment. Please get, hold on. Sorry, y'all, this is real life. Tangerines, bananas, and just tangerines and bananas. I guess I'll get some ginger. My ginger went bad. And a bag of blueberries. I've been eating a lot of blueberries recently. Okay. And I'm gonna tell him I'm live. I hope he checks this. He usually does check everything. If not, I'm gonna get off in a minute. All right, here we go. So, Miss D says, oh no, I skipped a few comments. Let's see. Jennifer, hey Jennifer, how are you? Jennifer says, hey, hi. You were saying you had the client come over. You have an office at your home? I do have a home office, but they don't come in my home, Jennifer. I let them come to my garage. That's where I was just filming from, if you go back to the beginning. So what I do is I have my car, pretty much, it's a mobile office. I don't have a printer in there. So I don't print from there, but everything else I need is right there. So I just pop up my pop up my trunk and do everything from right there. I also have tables and chairs in the wintertime if they come with a seller's package or a buyer's package. And I just set up I got like a 6-foot table like you would have at a party or something. I'll set that up. I have plenty of chairs and we'll sit at that table like we're sitting in a $50,000 per month suite, okay? So yes, I allow people to come to my home. Most people do not, okay? And you don't have to either. I'm gonna cut this light on since I'm sitting here. Yeah, you don't have to let people come to your home, okay? That's something I do because my husband is here. When my mom was living and we would have people come to the house, she did not like it. She didn't like it at all. But one thing I learned from the person that I learned about the business from, she was like, Kimmi, most of the people that need a notary, they don't even know what it is until they need one. You know, so that eased up some of Jeffrey's fears. Because if initially he was like, no, they cannot come to the house. That's a no-go. And then finally, when I had that conversation with him, he was like, okay. And then, like I said, my mom was here. So if you're living by yourself and you're single, I don't know that I would. Now, I have other notary buddies that do allow people to come to their home. So, again, they're not coming in the house 90% of the time. I said the other 10, if they're elderly, I might let them come in the house and they're sitting in my living room. If I do, I've been thinking about converting my living room to a full-blown little office area. But I just don't want people feeling that comfortable coming to my home. So typically, most general notary jobs, even a long signing package, they're here 20 minutes. General notary, they're here for 5 minutes. This guy happened to be here a little bit longer. So what I did while I came up here to prepare his doc, because I'm in my home office, I came up here, I shut my garage, I closed my car, I make sure I lock up my supplies. So that's my process when they come here, okay? Again, you may not want people coming to your home, but for me, I'd rather charge you a few dollars less and you come.
Thanks for tuning in to the Notary Educators with Kimmi podcast. We hope you found today's episode helpful and inspiring as you build your notary business. Don't forget to explore our all-inclusive $47 monthly training notary library for more resources to expand your skills and services. Stay connected with us on YouTube at Notary Educators with Kimmi for even more tips, tricks, and industry insights. Be sure to subscribe and share this podcast with others who want to succeed in the notary field. Until next time, keep growing and learning, and take your notary business to the next level. See you soon! Don't forget, for all things notary related, visit notaryeducatorsllc.com.